What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? Well, tonight at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, we are back. The Whether You Like It or Not panel has returned. We will be discussing last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. So we will be there on Sky by Nature's channel. I will definitely share on my community wall. If you are not subscribed to Scotty, I don't know why not. But we will be over there. And listen, let me tell y'all something. We have been cutting up in the group chat since last night, okay? So I can only imagine what the panel is going to be like today because y'all know they've been cutting up. Me, I've been on my best behavior. Them, not so much, okay? Y'all know I'm the good one. Even though y'all be trying to call me a bully. I'm not no bully. I don't know what y'all be talking about. All right, let's get ready to get into last night's episode of Married to Medicine. Did I? Hold on real quick. Let me take this down. Hey, everybody. Come on in. Hit that like button if you have not already done so. Let me say hi to the people. What's up, Corey? Hey, Amber. Hey, Sly Sylvia. Brandon, Ravine, Miss Baythane, Natalie. It's here. Oh, I's here, baby. I was stalking the page trying to make sure I didn't miss it. No, child, you ain't missed it. Hey, Ray, you haven't watched it yet? Oh, watch it. It was good. I enjoyed Married to Medicine more than I enjoyed Potomac's premiere last night, if you want me to be truth about it. Hey, Really B, I got the notification in your Carlos King voice, child. I can't even talk like Carlos King. Hey, Janera, what's going on? Did I say hey, Cookie? Hey, you guys. So listen. Welcome. Lord, this camera, y'all, me and my equipment. I'm going to just have to do a reboot after the holidays on all of this stuff, child. It's getting on my nerves. This camera, this computer. Okay. So, yes, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like, okay, Corey agrees. What do you guys think? If you watched both episodes last night, hey, Deborah, if you watched both episodes last night, if you watched The Real Housewives of Potomac and and Married to Medicine, which one did y'all like the best? Did y'all like Potomac or did y'all like the Married to Medicine? Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all tell me. And we about to get into some things because last night's episode had a lot going on, honey. Who had a lot going on, child? All right. I'm gonna check something real quick and then we're gonna get started. I set this up yesterday, but I don't trust myself. Let me make sure I did everything I'm supposed to do. Because I don't even be trusting myself, child. All right. Oh, this thing moves so low. Okay. Let me make sure that I set it up right. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna come back to the chat in a quick second, and then we're gonna get started. I'm not one of the people that looks at the numbers, so I don't know what the numbers looked like last night. But I definitely, if I had to vote, if anybody asked me my opinion, and I had to vote, I would definitely say that I think that Married to Medicine gave me the better episode for me. All right. I just wanted to check. It's taking me forever. Okay, I just wanted to check. I did what I was supposed to do. All right. Hey, Bossy Don Diva, thank you for becoming a member. Brandon said, I like both shows, but enjoy Potomac just a little bit more. Janera said, Married to Medicine's mess always brings through. Haven't had a bad season yet. Miss Pretty Amazing said, I don't think it was that much better with Phaedra. I've always loved Married to Medicine. I don't think it's going to be better with Phaedra either. Volvo said, I sure did. Welcome, Bossy Don Diva. I feel like you were a member before. So if you're a new member, welcome. If you rejoined, thank you. China White. This pretty thing. Hey, Tracy, what's up? Okay, Angela said married to medicine, married to medicine. All right, most of y'all are saying married to medicine. I think so too. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, Potomac gave me what Potomac's gonna give me. I like how El Teddy can send us directly to your live. And he's like, yep. And when we get done with this live, I'm gonna send y'all to somebody. I'm gonna send y'all over to, if I can, I'm gonna send y'all over to if I can, I'm gonna see if I can send y'all somewhere when we leave here. I do love the way that they can do that though. Phaedra scenes made the show drag because I was like, why are you here? Ooh! Well, so we start this episode off. Bless you. We start this episode off. We have Dr. Heavenly and we have Dr. Jackie down at the vault. Now the vault looks like it is a high-end. Look, they have furs, they have high-end products. You know, that Phaedra Parks is a part owner of, right? She is not. You know, she's probably the face of the operation because she's, you know, a name down in Atlanta. So she's probably the face of it. But that gave us an opportunity for them to introduce Miss Phaedra. Now, let me say this. We're gonna get to Miss Sweet Tea because, baby, I don't know how I feel about Miss Sweet. Well, I do know how I feel about Miss Sweet Tea, but we're gonna get to her. I don't know about y'all, but that outfit that Phaedra had on there, maybe y'all know I can be an old lady sometime and I could be a little fuddy-duddy, I know. But that outfit that Phaedra walked in the room with, that did not scream, I own this establishment. Is that, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a nice, listen, the bodysuit was body-yaddy-yaddy, okay? I'm not taking nothing away from her. But we know that Phaedra knows how to dress the part, right? We know how that Phaedra knows how to put on a suit. We know that she knows how to put on a nice dress. That bodysuit did not scream, I am part owner of this high-end establishment. I mean, call me crazy. Call me crazy. I didn't like that outfit. It looked cheap. It looked a mess. Oh, okay. I was being nice. Okay. I'm offended that she's there. Oh, Janera says she's offended that she is there. Okay. Phaedra coming out, butt cheeks first, classless. Everybody and their mom. Y'all are cutting up in these comments. She has much better garb than that. Oh, my goodness. Schoolboy, I should have told you. Do you know how to, because you're going live in like 30 minutes. And when I get done with my live, I was going to shoot my people over. But do you have yours set up? Do you have YouTube set up so that I can send my people to you? And if you don't, then I'll help you set it up. I'll help you get it set up for next time. But Schoolboy is going live to talk about Married to Medicine in about 30 minutes. So when we get done here, we're going to head on over to Schoolboy's house. And then from Schoolboy's house, we're going to head on over to Scotty's house. It's a full night on this Monday night. It's a full night, okay? Phaedra knows how to brand herself better than Bashin. Yeah, that bodysuit wasn't, again, you're trying to sell high end, right? That establishment was definitely high end. We saw the furs, we saw the price tag. Well, we didn't see them, but we could tell with the price tags. It was giving Beyonce Renaissance. Oh Lord, we're gonna get to Beyonce Renaissance when we get to that hoedown, but we'll get there, honey. I love the outfit, but it wasn't appropriate. That's what I'm saying. Miss, I wouldn't have even been mad at Phaedra for having that outfit on if they were at a club or even just a regular let's go out to eat scene, I guess. I mean, I still think that's a bit much to go to eat, but again, it wasn't giving me high end. And again, maybe I'm being an old fuddy-duddy, but I see that the people in the chat agree with me, so I'm not being too fuddy-duddy. Now it was giving old school Bougetto. Child. All right, let me look at my notes and see what I have in my notes before we go any further. So while this is going on, of course, we go across town to Dr. Simone's house. We see her and Cecil getting ready for company. They've invited Toya and her husband over. And then we find out later on that Dr. G and his fiance, aka Sweet Tea, is coming over. So this is gonna be So we are introduced to all of the new ladies in the first episode. We introduced to Phaedra, we introduced to Sweet Tea, and we also were introduced to the new doctor, the dentist that we saw. We didn't see her a lot. We just saw her a little bit, but we hey, what's up, Reality Tea? How you doing, my love? How you doing? Okay. So let me see what I have here. I'm just going through my notes because I want to make sure I catch everything. Now, Phaedra's lying to us already. We just started the season with a lie. Phaedra lying to us already, talking about her boyfriend is Nigerian. You mean the person whose face they got to cover up with an emoji because he didn't sign the release to be on the show? You mean the person that you say you're not even with anymore, but you have been dating him for a year? So here we go with Lydra already. We ain't even got 10 minutes into the season, and we already got Phaedra just lying. Just lying. Oh my gosh. Schoolboy, you are not lying. She does look like Goldie from Flavor. She does. I'm mad at you, Schoolboy. Oh, I'm so mad at Schoolboy, but she does. She look just like Goldie. She look just like Goldie from Flavor of Love. Oh my. Oh, she does. Baby, that mouth is mouthed. Okay. Them gums is gumming. Okay. Whoo. Wait a minute. Janera said down to the lipstick alley, they found his tea. He's a licensed criminal. Hitches and all. Girl, send that to me. Girl, send that to my IG, girl. Send that to my IG. We're going to talk about that thing. Okay. I seen his stuff too many times last year. I agree. Wrong outfit for this occasion. Married to Mesin does not need Phaedra. You know, a lot of people, I've not really seen too many, other than the diehard Phaedra people. Most people have felt like that. Okay. All right. He ain't signing no release, baby. I'm about to DM you. Please DM me, girl. Oh, she about to DM it today. Now, first of all, I know a lot of y'all. When I say a lot of y'all, I know people don't like Dr. Heavily, but listen. First of all, I love Dr. Heavily. Even when Dr. Heavily get on my nerves, I love Dr. Heavily. And let me tell you why. Dr. Heavily knows the assignment, and she shows up for class every day. Dr. Heavily knows what to do in these scenes. She knows what to say, bless you, in these scenes. She knows what to do and say in these confessionals. And at this point, everybody just need to be like Dr. Jackie and just deal with it and move on and be like, child, that's just Dr. Heavenly. She is being Dr. Heavenly. That is not Heavenly Kind. That is Dr. Heavenly character on Married to Medicine. Because listen, her confessionals were killing me. And she was definitely, and I'm sorry, Citizen Jane, that you didn't get the notification, my love. Her she knows how to keep these scenes moving. She knows how to drop the right things at the right time. And she definitely knows how to keep her confessionals on fire. And I know she's probably tired and recovering from BravoCon, but when she come down here to do her review, baby, we're going to talk about it, okay? We are going to review her review because, you know, y'all know Dr. Heavily be dropping the tea and be saying stuff she ain't supposed to say. So we're going to be reviewing the review when she get down here. She probably still, you know, 3 hours. She probably a little jet lag, a little tired. She might not even flew out till this morning from BravoCon. But baby, when she do her review, oh, we're going to be reviewing the review. Okay? Meeting Dr. Heavily is on my bucket list. I do too. I think Dr. Heavily is hilarious. I love her. Simone has told us that they decided not to do the book. Quiet as kept a lot of this. First of all, we already knew y'all wasn't doing no damn book. Okay. Second of all, didn't nobody care about y'all doing no book. If y'all wasn't going to talk about, like, I'm now, you know, I don't give Omarosa a lot, but even a broken clock. Okay. Thank you, boo. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay. Even a broken clock is, she doing it with Carlos tonight. Thank you, schoolboy. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay. And Omarosa told them last year, if y'all ain't gonna talk about how y'all saved y'all marriage, y'all literally saved marriage on national television. If y'all ain't gonna talk about why y'all was getting ready to be divorced and how y'all saved y'all marriage, y'all can say that book. And they said, well, we ain't trying to open up that wound. We worked really hard to close that wound. We ain't trying to have that conversation moving forward. And that's the smartest thing y'all did. Because let's be clear, y'all don't need the money. So if it was going to cause more problems in y'all marriage and going to open up wounds that y'all had closed up, ain't no need. Bless you, girl. Ain't no need and going down that road. Okay. Dr. Heavenly be drunk. You know, she said she had stopped drinking this season. She did say she did say she wasn't drinking this season. But I think I'm gonna just wait and see. But she did say she wasn't drinking. She did say she wasn't drinking. Are they doing it? They doing it on whose channel? Schoolboy on her channel or Carlos's channel? I'm gonna check my DMs before we get off here too. Y'all remind me to check my DMs before we get off here. Simone doesn't need the money. Cecil does. Well, Cecil married to Simone and they ain't got no prenup. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Just like if he had the money and she divorced him with no prenup, it's the same way. So he don't need the money because as long as he married to her, he good. I understand what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying. Oh, they're gonna do an about chat. Cool. Well, we're gonna review that tomorrow, honey. We'll get to that tomorrow because y'all know I ain't gonna have time. I'm leaving here, going to Schoolboy's house, and after I leave out of Schoolboy's house, I gotta run my ass over to cross town to Scotty's and get ready. So I ain't got time to do it tonight, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll probably watch it at work tomorrow. Don't tell nobody I'm watching that work. I'm gonna watch that work tomorrow. Okay. But yeah, and that we should have. And then she said, "So all right, I wrote that. Okay, I got that. A notebook. Okay. I wrote it in my notes. Love Heavenly's confessionals. Her confessionals are hilarious. So then they get to talking about Greg, Phaedra, and this whole quad situation. So we find out that Phaedra actually knew Greg first and met Quad through Greg. Okay, met Quad through Greg, and she's still good friends with Quad. She has met, Sweet Tea, okay, but it sounds like her allegiance is to Quad. Now, just very much like Real Housewives of Potomac, we see where the alliances are right now. We see that it's sort of Heavenly and Jackie and Quad when she come back around against, not against, but then we see the other side is Toya, Simone, and Sweet Tea gonna be on that side because of Dr. Greg. I'm not sure where the new doctor is going to be. Okay. I'm not sure where the new doctor is going to be. Now, Quad is not in this first episode. Only we see like a little clip of her playing with her wigs at her house. I don't know why they felt the need to show us that, but okay. We find out that Quad has been a little distant from the lady since the reunion because she felt some kind of way. Now, once again, Dr. Heavenly, you sat there and you apologized to Quad for saying that she be sleeping with married men. And then later on in this episode, you not only alluded again about her sleeping with married men, but you also called that woman a gold digger. You just don't want to be her friend. You just don't want to be Quad's friend. Girl. Okay. Right. See, she does look like Goldie, y'all. She really does look like Goldie. I ain't lying. She look like Goldie. So, Cecil, you gonna get Simone in trouble. Quad gonna get your ass too. You know why? Because in his confessional with Simone, he gonna say that Dr. G that he leveled up. That was unnecessary. That was rude, first of all, Cecil, and it was unnecessary. Like, here's what I need us to not do this season. We don't need to put Quad down to make Sweet Tea feel secure. And vice versa. We don't need to put Sweet Tea down to make Quad feel secure. Now, I'm talking about the people on the show. I ain't talking about me because I'm going to talk about all of them, okay? But I'm talking about the people on the show. So I really didn't like that. I didn't like that Cecil was like, oh, yeah, he leveled up. Ooh, Quad got a contest going, 1K for whoever clocks how many times they say her name. Child, I might have to go back and watch that episode again, child. I could use the extra 1K. Cecil always in women's business. Oh, Cecil a Mitch. Ooh. Well, first of all, I don't think it's true. Not after meeting Sweet Tea. Y'all think, whether you like Quad or not, y'all really think that he leveled up after last night's episode? Y'all think he leveled up? And again, I ain't trying to put nobody down, but I'm just saying, the woman admitted that she was a gold digger. At least Quad. Anyway. Right. Quad wasn't even in the episode, and they said her name wasn't anybody else, child. So we find out that we found out that she slid into Dr. G's DMs and told him, I can give you what you want and give you what you need. I can give you what you want and give you what you need. And then send him a baby emoji, which I thought that was rude because, that was part of the issue between Greg and Quad was about the baby situation. So I thought that was crude that you slid into that man's DMs and told him, I can give you what you want and give you what you need, and I can give you a baby. I thought that was very crude. Only to find out that she had later on in the episode, only to find out that she had to be referred to a specialist for her thyroids. Oh, it wasn't as easy as you thought, huh? Huh, Miss Sweet Tea? Having a baby wasn't as easy as you thought, huh? You had to be referred to a specialist. I keep telling y'all, they keep selling y'all this idea that all women got to do to get pregnant is have sex and it just pops. That ain't how it happens. It ain't that easy for a lot of women, okay? And you done slid into this man DMs, definitely throwing shade at his ex, or at that point, ex-wife, just to get down there and realize it wasn't as easy as you thought it was, okay? And then they showed us the dress when he flew her in. He flew her in for her for their first date. Why does thing keep getting out of focus? What is going on? Okay. And guess what? Quad had issues with fibroids. Right. Because Steven is not automatic. Absolutely, it's not. Now, y'all keep saying that the girl, is she that much younger than him? How old is Sweet Tea? I didn't Google her age. How old is Sweet Tea? Now, she said something about I got tired of the men in DC. And I could tell by that accent that her ass wasn't from no damn DC. I said, now maybe she was living in DC, but she ain't from DC. And then we found out later on that she was from Texas. But she was born in Arkansas and then she grew up in Texas. Because I said, I don't know where she was living when she met Greg, but she ain't from no DC. I mean, I can hear that from a mile away. Okay, she's 31 and he's 45. That's not bad. Y'all made it seem like the girl was 21 and he was 45. So, I mean, that's 14 years. I mean, he was in middle school. We've seen worse. We have seen worse. Yeah, that's not a lot. 14 years. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, y'all, we done seen worse. 14 years really ain't that serious. I'm sorry. I ain't about to. Now, I can get on Greg about a lot of things, but I ain't going to get on him about that. Wait a minute. Oh, now this is another conversation. Now, y'all saying Dr. G is in his 50s? Okay, now, wait a minute. Hold on. Rewind. Now, okay. All right. I don't know how old the man is. Okay. Now y'all saying he in his 50s. Well, if he's 45, that's a 14-year age difference, and I'm not tripping. If he's 55, now that's a 21 age difference. That's different. That might be a little different of a conversation. He was 48 when he married Quad. Oh, well, hell no. Nah. He definitely in his 50s then. Because, hell, they've been divorced for 4 years. Well, I don't know how old the man is. Dr. G has to be in his 50s. Okay. Well, now, if he in his 50s, now that's another conversation. But 45, I was like, eh. But now 55, that's another conversation. That takes it from being a 14-year age difference to a 24-year age difference. And that means, sir, you were done with undergrad when she was born. That's another conversation. Okay. Google says 56. Now, see, that's another conversation. All right. Now that y'all are talking and I'm thinking, I'm leaning towards 50s too. I'm leaning towards 52. Okay. Does it really matter about the age difference? I think it does. For me, it does. Yeah. Yeah, it does. For me, it does. Maybe it doesn't for you, and that's fine. But for me, it does. And again, does that mean that they're not in love? No, I ain't saying they're not in love. But listen, let me tell you something. Funky Neva said, and I know, Funky Neva used to always say, you either gonna pay on the front end or pay on the back end. When these women out here marrying these old ass men, you're gonna have to pay on the front end or on the back end. So Ashley Darby found that out the hard way. You got to pay on the front or the back, okay? Now, again, if they like it, I love it. It don't have nothing to do with me. But I'm just saying, that's a big difference. Okay. Age ain't nothing but a number. Okay. You saw what I got. Okay. Yeah, I keep on. Okay, age ain't nothing but a number. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We find out that they're having a bridal party, and this is just a party for the show because you know that it wasn't her real bridal party, child. But she is having a hold down thing. I'm gonna get back to the hold down thing, but just know that that's what it is. We see a really cute scene with Dr. Heavenly taking her daughter prom shopping. We know that we have been following Dr. Heavenly and Allura since she was like 6 years old, child. She is now 17. She's a senior. Well, now she's a freshman in college. But when they were filming this, she was a senior in high school getting ready for prom. And I know that Heavenly was no good. Because y'all know how she called that girl her best friend, which I always thought that was a bad idea. But I mean, who am I to tell somebody how to raise their children? Okay, who am I to raise? I'm raising them how to raise their children. Okay, but that was a cute little scene. I mean, it wasn't really a whole lot there, but it was cute. Because I love how when they first got there, she was doing the whole, oh, you got to cover this up, and we want to cover that up, and we don't want this, and we don't want that. But she let that girl get that dress was beautiful that she got, the prom dress she got, and she looked good in it. And yes, Allura is gorgeous. Allura is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. She does. She seems like a sweetheart. And y'all know Dr. Heavenly can be extra, but again, I think Heavenly Kinds is different than Dr. Heavenly, right? So there's that. So that was cute. So then we get to the hoedown. Now I wrote in my notes, and for all of my reality TV connoisseurs will understand when I wrote in his. I wrote season 1 vibes. And what I mean by that is this. If you go back to season 1 of any franchise, maybe for the exception of maybe Beverly Hills or New York, any franchise, you go back to season 1 and you look at the parties that they had for season 1, this is what this party was giving me. It was giving me cheap Party City decorations. Did y'all see that gold tinsel? What hoedown did you go to where you got gold tinsel from? Did y'all see that gold tinsel? What's up? How's up, Queen Diva? First of all, was it a hoedown or was it Beyonce Renaissance? Because I feel like you was really calling it a hoedown, but you was really going for Beyonce Renaissance. Because you had on that sequence outfit, them diaper booty pants. What was them pants giving? They didn't fit. You had on that silver cowboy hat and them sequins cowboy boots. But them decorations was giving Party City, okay? Right, Renaissance hoedown. And the decorations, it just looked cheap. It didn't, and don't get me wrong, y'all, it's probably not fair for me to compare it, but that's what it was giving me. It was giving me season 1 vibes. It looked like a cute party, but we're used to seeing something. Y'all know we done elevated, y'all. These parties have elevated. And that party was not giving me elevation. And I blame Greg, I blame Simone, and I blame Toya. And I'm going to tell you why I blame the 3 of them. Because y'all know better. Sweet Tea probably don't know no better, but y'all know better. Y'all know that we are going to scrutinize everything that girl does. And for this being her first event, that first event needed to knock it. It needed to be knocked out the park. They needed to knock it out the park. First of all, it should have never been in Quad's house. Because, and I don't care, I know it ain't Quad's house no more, but that's the house that Quad lived in with Greg. It should have never been in Quad's house. it should have been at a venue. Because you know that you knew people was going to talk about that. You knew, you say all of them attack you, they don't know better. Well, they are, well. But you knew that the first thing everybody was going to do was going to walk in there and compare it to when Quad lived there. So first of all, I don't feel like the first event should have been at Quad's former home. And then you should have hired a professional decorator. And if that was what a professional decorator did, then don't hire them no more. Because I don't know what that tinsel was giving. I don't want to see tinsel nowhere but on a Christmas tree. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I love Christmas, I don't really want to see it there. Because get all over the floor. But that tinsel she had hanging from, I don't know what that was giving y'all. And then she had the barrels of hay. Phil, you know what, Phil? I feel like you just want to be different. If I say black, you just go say white. He talking about something, the party was nice. Nobody agrees with you, Phil. There was nothing nice about that party. That party was tacky. Thank you. She did that herself. She didn't hire nobody. She might have got them to deliver the barrels of hay, but she went and bought all that stuff or ordered it off of off of Amazon or AliExpress. Y'all know good well she didn't go nowhere that she didn't pay. If she paid somebody to do them decorations, then she needed don't hire them no more. It was thrifty. It was given thrifty. Now we do know that Dr. Greg is. We know he cheat. We know he cheat. So maybe he gave her a budget, and that's the best she could do with what he gave her, child. Lord, here come another one. I love sweet tea. I love you too, Phil, with your honorary self. She ordered that ish off of Shein. Right, she a Target kind of girl. Dr. Heavenly said she was a Target kind of girl. So the lady started showing up. Now, once again, Toya never misses an opportunity to embarrass her husband. And I don't understand. She ordered it from Temu. She probably did order it from Temu chat. She never misses an opportunity to embarrass that man. Now, he losing weight, right? Toya's husband is losing weight. He look good, yada yada. So they're in their confessional, and the producer asked Toya, what do you like most about his weight loss? And Toya said he has more stamina now. Toya, why you always got to embarrass that man? Why do you always have to talk about what that man can or cannot do in the bedroom? I don't understand why you always embarrassing him. Why would you do that? You could have said he has more energy with the kids. You could have said we get to do. You could have even said it in a way that didn't come right out like that. You could have said we do more. We're able to do more things together. He has more energy. Girl, you could have left it there. Why you had to say he got more stamina? Toya always find a way to embarrass that man. McKen said he lets her. He does let her. I mean, but still, he does let her though. You're right. Because at this point, I mean, you didn't talk about the man penis size. You didn't. At this point, Toya treats her husband how people think Jada treats Will. Well, yeah. Oh, child. Okay. We meet Sweet Tea's twin sister, Kanisha. Okay. Dr. Kima is there. She's the other doctor this season. We met her when they came to DC a few years ago. They were shopping around a spinoff of Married to Medicine in the DMV. I guess that didn't really take off. So she's actually moved to Atlanta, and she's also a dentist. She's an oral surgeon. So we will see that. We will see her. So the guys are outside doing what the guys do, child, smoking cigars, having drinks, talking about how nice it is that the ladies aren't arguing, and you know that means that they're gonna start arguing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now Eugene loves it there. Baby, the DMV is too sophisticated. So then they asked Sweet Tea what she likes most about being engaged. She said, well, you know, I got access to the money. And everybody was like, did she say that? What did she say? Did she say that? She said the money. She said access to the money. What did she say? You said so did Quad. Quad wasn't dumb enough to say it. I ain't say, listen, it's a whole lot of people that I think, you know, entertain people because of what they can give them. But Quad wasn't dumb enough to say it. Now, I ain't saying she ain't think it. She wasn't dumb enough to say it. No, the doctor from last year, they didn't come back. The doctor that was pregnant, they didn't come back. She didn't come back. I think her trying to put the pause on Toya did it. Anyway. Xavier boy bye. Come on, I think it's admirable. Anyway. Okay, here come my therapist Pam says that part seems heavily edited. Watch it again. I think she meant the decor. It probably was edited, but she I ain't gonna sit here and say it wasn't edited. It probably was edited. But you know, we here for entertainment. So Dr. Heavenly asked her, has anybody ever called you a gold digger? And she said, I mean, I don't think so. Baby Simone said, has anybody called you a gold digger? No, she said, is the answer yes or no? She said no. She said, when to say that. Don't sit here and act like you got to think about it, girl. Just say no. Just say nobody call me no gold digger, girl. Just say no. Just say no. Okay? So then they get to talking about Quad. And Toya gonna bring up the fact that she gonna ask, she's like, oh, well, talking to Phaedra, oh, so you're friends with Quad. I heard that you and Quad were friends. And Phaedra was like, yeah, you know. She said, I've known Quad a long time. And she gonna say, are you representing her in her DUI? Baby, the whole room was like, what? DUI? Now, I didn't even remember Quad getting no DUI. I might have missed it. Might have went over my head, but I don't remember Quad getting no DUI. And Toya said, oh, no, it's real. Look it up under her full name. And she actually did get a DUI. So I said, oh, boy, go. Quad gonna get you, Toya. Quad is gonna get you, Toya. Quad gonna get you. Well, that's true too, Bossy Don Diva. She clearly didn't DM him for his looks and charm. You ain't lying. I mean, after a man just got outed on national television as being physically violent with his now ex-wife, I don't know how fast I would be sliding into that man's DMs, but who am I, child? Who am I? So then, Sweet Tea got mad because they got into this whole conversation about Quad, and she wasn't wrong about it. She said, listen, we ain't talking about Quad. We hear this about me. We in this about me and my soon-to-be husband getting married. We are not talking about Quad. Now, she wasn't wrong about that. She wasn't wrong about that. She wasn't wrong about that. Okay, I'm with her on that one. About Quad, not about them not talking about Quad. Because I'd have been irritated by that too. I'd have been, you know. Okay, I'm Diva Nicole said I Googled it and there's no record of anything since her 2011 arrest. Listen, the blogs ain't gonna miss that. And I don't remember hearing nothing about Quad having no. I'm not saying it's not true. All I know is I missed it. And you know, the blogs don't miss too much. And people know Quad's real name, they know Quad's legal name, and the blogs don't miss too much. Somebody would have caught it, I feel like. Now I can't say it, but okay. Dad said that they looked it up too. I actually know Kima. She said the reason why it didn't happen because a lot of people said no, people too serious around the DMV. she had asked my husband and I to come on if they filmed. We said no. Yeah, the DM. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know how many different times I can tell y'all, how many different ways I can tell y'all. Every time I try to explain it to y'all, people outside of the DMV don't act like they don't be understanding what I'm talking about. But I be trying to tell y'all, DC different. DC hit different. I keep trying to tell y'all, especially when you want to get into certain circles, you got to remember who these people's clients are. You have to remember these people. They're, you know, if you want to find people that are in a certain status, they're not dealing with, you know, like for example, in Atlanta, you're dealing with a lot of celebrities and athletes. They don't care about being on reality TV, especially the celebrities. They don't care about going into Dr. Jackie's office and getting filmed. They don't care about going to Dr. Heavenly and getting filmed. But up here, you are dealing with people who work for the government. You're dealing with people who have high-end jobs with security clearances. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with politicians. Like, it ain't the same. And I keep trying to explain that to people, and they keep thinking that I'm just, everybody got this. Okay, you're right. Every city got government workers. But DC, I would say between federal and state governments, remember we have district government, Maryland, state of Maryland government, and Virginia government. When you take out all of those jobs, that's 80% of the workforce up here. Maybe even here. Okay, that is 80% of the workforce. And then you're dealing with academia. You know how many colleges and stuff are up here? Ain't nobody trying to be out there on no reality TV show acting a fool. And right, and ain't nobody messing up their clearance. I promise you that. Ain't nobody messing up no clearance. Right, that's why the Real Housewives of DC only lasted for one season, and that's why everybody talked about how boring it was. Because wasn't nobody gonna go in there and act no damn fool except for that one white couple, and they weren't the same. Yeah, ain't nobody in DC doing all that. Right, that's why they came back with Potomac, and again, Potomac ain't DC. I don't need none of my patients seeing me on TV. Right. Like, I mean, again, I know people always want to act like, yeah, you act like DC different. It is. DC different. Y'all ain't got to like it. But it ain't the same. I keep trying to tell y'all it ain't the same. You have a government position, and you have, first of all, do you know how much you have to go through to get a top? First of all, there are tiers to your security clearance. If you have a top security clearance, do you know how hard it is to get and maintain a top security clearance? And then when you have a top security clearance, you making decent money. Ain't nobody putting that shit on the line for no reality show that could be gone tomorrow, or you could get fired from tomorrow. Then what you got left? People lose their security clearance if they credit score drop. And now that's a fact. I'm telling you what I know. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that nobody from DC will ever go on a reality show before y'all start giving me examples. I ain't saying that. I'm talking about the reason why a lot of those shows don't come here, and the reason why a lot of those shows are not successful here is that's the reason why. Potomac has been successful because I keep trying to tell y'all, ain't none of them hoes from DC. None of them live in DC. None of them are from DC. The closest person that is from DC is Robin. And she was from Baltimore. And I keep trying to tell y'all, Baltimore ain't the same. I keep trying to tell y'all, Baltimore ain't the same. But Robin is from Baltimore. Giselle is an implant. She came here after college. Karen is from the rural area of Virginia. Candace is from Atlanta. Ashley is from Virginia. Cherise is from New Jersey. Monique is from New Jersey. None of them hoes was from DC, and none of them had government jobs. Yeah, none of them work right. None of them worked in those industries. So anyway, I don't got left. Let's come back. Okay. Exactly, Phil. Thank you, Phil. Broke it down. Baltimore County, Bowie, Bethesda, Arundel Mills, Falls Church, and Alexandria. Child. Anyway, moving on. moving right along. And they really don't film in DC. They're all in Maryland and Virginia. No, they film in DC when they have restaurants and stuff. Yeah, they film in DC. A lot of those places they go to are in DC, but they're not. They don't live there. I think the person that lived the closest to DC was probably Candace when she lived in that townhouse that was by National Harbor, and then Ashley, the penthouse in Alexandria, and I think Ashley lives in Alexandria now, or she lives in Virginia. I think Alexandria, but anyway, moving on. Let's get back to Married to Medicine chat. Okay, but just the point that y'all would throw that out there about Quad and her alleged DUI. I thought that was dirty, Toya, and Quad gonna get your ass. Because you know that Dr. Heavenly is gonna run, not walk, and let actually look like Phaedra was the one that told Quad, child. Baltimore is not the DMV at all. Then we had Heavenly once again being messy, because that's when we found Goldie, I'm sorry, Sweet Tea. Y'all got to call that girl Goldie. Sweet Tea, that Sweet Tea had to be referred to a specialist for her fibroids. And here go Dr. Heavenly being messy. Why you ain't refer her to Dr. Jackie? Dr. Jackie could have done it. And Simone was like, because what she needed that's not for Dr. Jackie. Like, just because they're all OBGYN does not mean that Dr. Jackie was the right person. So Simone and Heavenly got into it where they were going back and forth, but it was Heavenly being messy. Heavenly knows. Heavenly's not stupid. She was being messy and she was starting some ish. She knows that Dr. Simone, that if whatever needed to happen, and Simone even said that, she said, I'm qualified to do surgeries and stuff too, but I know that there's different she needed something different. And so I referred her to a specialist that could handle what she needed. If I felt like Dr. Jackie could handle it, I would have referred her to Dr. Jackie. So that was just Heavily being messy, child. It was Heavily being Heavily and just being messy. And even Dr. Jackie was like, if I could wring Heavenly's neck right now, I would. Because she knew what Heavenly was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. What you saying, Christopher C? I didn't see what you said. You said, was it premise or... And then you didn't put the rest. I don't know if you got cut off, but it was dirty to accuse Toya of setting Anila up to get robbed. Well, that is true. Quad did put that out there. You right. Quad did put that out there, honey. You ain't lying. Now that was pretty much the episode, child. But that party was tied. That party was tied. Now let me go to my my DMs. Let me see what I got sent in my DMs about what's the face's man. Okay. Oop, Lipstick Alley. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up. Thanks to Jesus. I got the 411 on Phaedra Parks, Nigerian doctor. This tea is hotter than fish grease. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. Now, this is coming from Lipstick Alley. For those that don't know what Lipstick Alley is, it's a blog where people basically post. They have different threads. It's an old school blog where you have the different threads. You got to follow the right thread to get the information. But somebody posted this down to the Lipstick Alley. I'm just reading it to y'all. Now, I'm reading y'all from Lipstick Alley. Don't put this on Really Be. It's coming from Lipstick Alley. Okay? So it says, woo child, I've been sitting on this one for a few days. I had to make a few phone calls to old work acquaintances to get more info. But baby, it was worth the wait paid off. Many years ago, I used to work in Michigan selling medical equipment. I got really good at it and was making a cute coin for 2 to 3 years while I was still in school full time for my current career. I remember taking a meeting with the Nigerian doctor who was really popular in the community because he was handing out narcotics left and right like a fool. He ended up getting red flagged by the feds due to the amount that he was prescribing, and he quickly went back to school to learn bariatric surgery, which was big money at the time and paid for by Medicaid. When I met him, he recently got certified to do the surgery, and he was opening up a new facility and needed equipment. He was also part owner of a pharmacy in the hood called, I ain't gonna put the name of the pharmacy. He went back to school to become a pharmacist as well. Dr. O was smart as hell. Upon meeting him, I could tell immediately how intelligent he was because I'm a smart bitch who appreciates another nerd. A smooth talker as well, but I wasn't his type. Black gay male here, and he definitely wasn't mine. So, ooh, they said I don't do ugly. Ooh, ooh. Anyway, dude was papered up. He ordered a lot of equipment from me, roughly $800,000 worth. He paid promptly, and the commission was lovely. And that one sale made me the top earner that year for my company. I got a fat check and bought me a really cute condo. Dr. O, as everyone called him, had a reputation with the ladies. I found out, though, through a friend that he was married and had a wife who split her time between Nigeria and America. He was also sexting a couple of ladies who worked for him. Dr. O was known to cash women out and pay rent and car notes. It got hot and heavy when he started having exes with multiple ladies sex with multiple ladies in his office. Usually when he got tired of them, he would fire them with severance pay and hook them up with a referral to a decent job and phase them out and bring in new ones. When he opened multiple offices, he would shift women to the other offices when he was done with them as well. He was a master manipulator with the ladies, I was told. Anyhow, this all took place like 13 or 14 years ago when I was in my early 20s hustling, selling medical equipment all over Michigan while at the University of Michigan. I barely remembered him until I was watching a preview for Phaedra Parks' appearance on Married to Medicine. She made it a point to say she had been seeing a doctor named Dr. O and was a pediatrician. The name rang a bell, but I didn't think much of it. Then I remembered she said he was Nigerian. I know a lot of doctors due to my old profession. So anyway, I went on with my day, and about 6 hours later, I got a text message from someone who saw the same video. They were like, old boy moved to Georgia some years ago when he was running from the law. I was like, you lying. Could this be the same guy? Child, they said they had to track down one of our old co-workers who also knew him on Facebook and fished for some information. A couple of days later, she ended up calling old girl on three-way and asking some information, but throwing her off the scent. At first, I didn't want to be on the three-way. I just wanted the tea. But she was like, nah, I want you to hear it so you can tell me what you think. Now, this is one woman he was having sex with in the office who actually did not have a child that she was pregnant with. She followed him to Georgia, and everything she knew too much, she got the most of him in terms of the ladies who met. She followed him to Georgia, and everything she knew too much. Okay, I didn't read that wrong. So she got the most out of him in terms of the ladies and worked with him. Girlfriend was vague at first, but then she went on to say not only did she know where the bodies were buried, but he paid her a cute coin to destroy records and lie to the feds. He got caught up in a huge medical fraud case with billing to Medicaid for a crazy amount of services that were never performed. He was facing prison, and he was able to smooth talk his way out of it, but just admitting to what he did and paying the feds a cute coin for it to go away. He ended up getting off probation and even kept his medical license, but he couldn't prescribe Schedule 2 or higher drugs anymore. Now, I'm going to stop right there. And right there, I'm not going to say I'm going to call bullshit. Right there, I'm going to side eye. He did all that and they let him keep his medical license? Now, I'm side-eyeing. I'm going to keep reading this, but I'm side-eyeing that one. He literally got all with a slap on the wrist because he knows money talks and that payout was a drop in the bucket to what he had already made. Child, the feds don't care about that. The feds don't care about you having no good coin. Look at all them rich people they put in jail. The feds don't care about you having no coin. Anyway, child, this long. This long. Okay, hold on. It goes on. I ain't gonna finish reading all of this, child, because it's long. It's about another 4-5 paragraphs. But they do have pictures of him, and he's not cute. These allegedly are the pictures of him. And then there's another article attached where it says former Flint doctor sentenced for Medicaid fraud. And it is the same guy. But again, we don't know if that's the guy that Phaedra was with because his face was covered up in the pictures. Do we have any pictures of Phaedra with this man? It said his whole name is Ononuju. I'm not even gonna mess that up. Said he was 57 years old and he was sentenced in Ingham County Circuit Court before Judge Rosemary on Wednesday, December 7th for fraudulent Medicaid billing. Along with serving probation, he paid $400,000 in restitution to the Medicaid program. His passport will also be withheld until further notice for the court. The Nigerian doctor who lived in Senegal Township and ran clinics throughout in Flint, pled guilty to defrauding the taxpayer-funded healthcare program. He voluntarily relinquished his Drug Enforcement Administration license, which allowed him to write prescriptions for controlled substances. The Attorney General received a complaint alleging that Dr. O was filing fraudulent claims with Medicaid program from 2010 to 2015. Listen, I don't know if this is the same guy or not. I mean, if we ever get pictures, he did plead guilty. So if he pled guilty, he might have negotiated to be able to keep his medical license. So maybe if he pled guilty now, I'm not saying I'm gonna show y'all this picture, but I'm not saying that this is the man. I'm just saying this is the man in this article. This is in the article. I ain't saying it's the man that was with Phaedra, but we do know that Phaedra says she is no longer dating him and that he refused to sign off. He refused to sign off on the release for his picture to be on Bravo. Now that's him. Now I'm not saying that that's the guy that Phaedra was dating. That's the guy in the article. That's the guy from the article. I'm not saying that that's the Phaedra man. Yeah, this is all alleged. Well, this article is real, but it's all alleged that this is Phaedra's man. I don't know if this Phaedra man or not, child. Anyway, the episode ended with them on their way down to the courthouse. Greg and Sweet Tea on their way down to the courthouse, and she was upset that they talked about Quad so much. Okay? That's how the episode ended. I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was a good episode. I'm looking forward. I think it's gonna be a good season. You know. Do not forget, Dr. Heavenly is live now. Well, I'm gonna get what I can get, but we'll come back tomorrow because I got the whether you like it or not panel is starting at 8:15. So I got 45 minutes to get my dinner and stuff, and then I'll be over there with them. But y'all going over to Dr. Heavenly's or Schoolboys and catch it. And I will see y'all at 8:15 over at Scotty by Nature's channel to talk about last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, honey. Talk to y'all later. Peace. If you haven't hit that like button, hit it on your way out the door, please, and thank you.